What if you need to change your computer settings to match those of another region? Maybe you've purchased a new computer, or you've joined an international school program and your regional settings must be updated. Do you want year, month, day? Or is it month, day, year? Or maybe it's day, month, year? Which currency format is appropriate? And for some regions, you may need different digit groupings. Welcome to Z Excel. My name is Phil. Let's see just how easily this can be done. My current computer settings are set for the region of Canada, and we can have a quick overview of how that displays different date formats as well as numbering formats. The default short date is shown in the international format where it is year, month, day. The default long date is as shown. And then we have positive and negative formats for accounting, currency, and number. Also, we can see that the chosen measurement system for Canada is that of metric. We may have the need to switch to US region, and we want to use those regional settings. We'll go to the search bar, type in region, and go to region settings window. From the regional format, we'll click the drop down. We'll scroll down until we find English United States. We're done. We've made those changes, and we can see that the date formats are displayed differently. Now it's month, day, year. The long date is different. The accounting negative, we can notice an obvious difference where instead of the little dash, we have the brackets for negative numbers. And of course, we are using the US measurement system. Not only do regional settings affect how dates are displayed, it also determines the format used to enter dates. Currently, I am set for month, day, year on my computer. If I was asked to enter a date 7/1/2022, I'm assuming that means July the 1st, but others may assume that means January the 7th. Let's change our format so that we can see how my computer is reading this. That is read as July the 1st. So a very important observation is that when you enter a date, it must always follow the format which your computer is set to use. Let's switch to India settings and see how they will be displayed. If we switch to the India settings, the short date is shown differently once again. Long date is different. By default, we're seeing the 24-hour time format as opposed to the AM, PM. The first day of the week is Monday. Of course, we're not surprised to see that when we're dealing with currency or accounting, we see the rupee symbol instead of the dollar sign. And once again, we're back to these dashes, and metric is the measurement system. Now, none of these systems quite meet my preferences. My preferences most closely resemble the US, but there are a couple changes that I like to make. The date formats are all acceptable as is. What I want to change is the negative number formatting. I think it's much easier to spot that it's a negative number if you're using brackets than just simply a small little dash. So to make these changes, I will once again go into the settings window. This time I need to go to additional date, time, and regional settings. We'll click on the link here. We'll go to additional settings, and we have two different tabs that we're going to review. The numbers tab will come down, and we see that the negative number format, instead of using the dash, I would prefer that we use the brackets. We also need to confirm in the currency that they are also using the brackets for negative number format. Some regions do that by default, others do not, but I want to use the negative number formats. I'll click OK, OK, and I'll close this window. And those are the settings that I will use to achieve this look here. One example that we're going to do, I have a negative number in here. I'm going to format this cell, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to format it as a number, 2 decimal places, 1,000 separator. I'm not going to make any changes here yet. Click OK, and you'll notice that even though I have chosen to show negative numbers in brackets, it's not displayed in that manner here. So once more, I'll go back to Format Cells. And because I have chosen to show negative numbers in brackets, I have these last two options here. I now have the ability to choose negative numbers in brackets. And just as an added bonus, I'm going to put it in red font as well. Click OK, and my numbering will format like this. Each Microsoft application allows you to override the default settings for that app. And the way that that's done in Excel, we go to File and then Options and then Advanced. We'll scroll down to about the halfway mark. And we have an option here where we can change the default units of measure. I can either keep it as default or I could switch it to inches or centimeters if I wished. We can do the same thing in Word. PowerPoint does not have that ability, and PowerPoint measurement units are driven totally by the setting in the regional panel. Now that you can see how easily we can change our regional settings, you no longer have to worry about lost grades or misunderstandings with wrong dates or currency values.